We ended the previous lesson discussing how chloroplasts capture and use the light energy to make sugars through a process called photosynthesis.
Okay then, let's dive into the world of photosynthesis.
Yes, let's get started.
But before we begin, here's a question for you. Where does the light-dependent and light-independent reactions of photosynthesis occur within a chloroplast?
I know this one. Light-dependent reactions, for which light energy is necessary, occur in the thylakoid's membranes, and the light-independent reactions, for which light energy is not necessary, occur in the stroma.
Superb! Hang on to that information. It is fundamental to understand photosynthesis.
Since light energy is not required for the light-independent stage of photosynthesis, can we call this stage the dark stage?
No, although this stage doesn't require light, it can take place in the presence of light.
What? That's a brand new information.
It's good that you get to know. First, let's start with light-dependent reactions of photosynthesis, shall we?
I'm ready.
Like you said, light-dependent reactions of photosynthesis take place in thylakoid membranes. Here, light is absorbed by photosystem 1 and photosystem 2 and is passed to the primary pigment.
Ah, yes. I recall in these photosystems, hundreds of accessory pigment molecules surround a primary pigment molecule, and they are arranged in particular light-harvesting clusters for efficient light absorption.
Exactly. When light is absorbed by these photosystems, it is then passed to the chlorophyll A, which is the primary pigment. An electron in the chlorophyll is then excited to a higher energy level and is emitted from the chlorophyll molecule. This is called photoactivation.
Oh, I can imagine the electron getting excited in the presence of light, like a little kid who is jumpy under the sun.
Well, the little kid here does more than just jumping under the sun. The energized electrons are taken up by the electron acceptors and are passed down the electron transport chain with the release of energy.
Of course.
Remember, the light-dependent reactions include the splitting of water molecules by photolysis, synthesis of ATP by photophosphorylation, and synthesis of reduced NADP.
I know photophosphorylation. It is the process of utilizing light energy by photosynthesis to convert ADP to ATP.
Exactly. It is the process of synthesizing energy-rich ATP molecules by transferring the phosphate group into ADP molecules in the presence of light. In addition to that, photophosphorylation of ADP to ATP can be cyclic or non-cyclic, depending on the pattern of electron flow in one or both types of photosystem.
Cyclic means occurring in cycles, like when a process repeats itself, right?
Yes. Have a look at this. Cyclic photophosphorylation involves only photosystem 1. An electron which is photoactivated is captured by an electron acceptor, instead of falling back into the photosystem and losing energy as thermal energy or as fluorescence. It is then passed on via a chain of electron carriers, during which enough energy is released to synthesize ATP from ADP and an inorganic phosphate group by the process of chemiosmosis. The electron then returns to photosystem 1 and the ATP passes to the light-independent reactions.
The electrons finally return to the same pigment molecule from which they originated. Is that why it's called cyclic photophosphorylation, teacher?
Exactly.
Want to learn more? We have additional learning resources to offer for Cambridge IGCSE and AS A-level subjects. Register now for free.